Welcome to Cut the Sith, Mandalorian recap show. We'll be discussing Season 1, Chapter 6, The Prisoner. With me, as always, I have the Death Watch, led off by the Death Watch duo, Alex and Paige,
Hey.
and my friend, Trapper Wolf,
Oh.
and the person who refuses to reveal his face to the crowd.
Like the Mandalorian, that is the way. I will never reveal my face.
Mm-hmm.
Sierra and Yoda won't be joining us tonight, not for any important reasons. They just have better things to do than hang out with us on a Friday night.
Apparently.
Sierra's seeing Nightmare Before Christmas. Yona's just tired from work.
Plans on a Friday night.
I mean, come on.
Right.
People try to ask me to go out, and I'm like, I ain't leaving my house. Before we even get into the episode, COVID, greatest excuse of all time. I never want to leave my house, and now I don't have to fail back. So I'm like, well, guys, I have to babysit my niece, so I can't risk getting infected. So I can't leave. As I'm like sitting there in my pajamas, reclined back, in video games, you know. Anyways, let's talk about how Bobby from Sons of Anarchy is a douchebag.
Such a douchebag.
Didn't even know what his name
Got
was.
bad vibes from him from the start.
I was going to say, from the very beginning of the episode, Paige immediately looked at me and she was just like, his whole tone, don't trust it. He's the main bad guy. Here we go.
I'm literally like, this is the trap and it's all going downhill.
I watched Mandalorian before I ever saw Sons of Anarchy, and now that I'm doing the rewatch, I was like, that's Bobby.
Yeah, and it makes me mad. Like, because I love him as Bobby, and with this character, I'm like, get out of here, dude.
So,
To be honest,
what did everyone think about the episode?
It's not my favorite.
I agree with you.
I remembered this episode better than it was, because when I used to say that this was one of my favorite episodes from season 1. The only episode I like less than this is episode 5 so far. So I think it's the Bill Burr effect. I think I was so, because I love Bill Burr so much that I just remember liking this better than I actually did. Because after rewatching it twice today, I was like, yeah, it was a struggle getting through it the second time today. When I was taking my notes, I was like, I don't fucking care about like any of these people. They all fucking suck. And I'm actually pissed that, you know, I'm gonna skip ahead to the ending like I do. I'm pissed that they all ended up in like jail cells. I was like, he should have just killed them all, because now we'll probably have to see them in season 2 now.
Yeah, I'm not really looking forward to that.
I mean, aren't they going to starve to death in the cell? Like, there's no humans on that ship now. Like, it's all droids. Like, who's bringing them any food? They're going to die in there.
You know, that is a good question, because those droids are unless he put them in a cell that was previously occupied, like the one that he destroyed the one he was in, right?
I think so.
Or did he just unlock it? But if he put them in a cell that wasn't previously occupied, these droids are not programmed to know anyone is on that cell.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
But they could probably last a while eating the Deveronian.
The mouse droid will feed them.
He has a lot of meat on his bones.
Which one's the good one? Yeah, I'm not a fan.
The devil.
Wannabe Ron Perlman.
I was just like, and I love the actor who played him, and he's been in other Star Wars things. His name escapes me at the moment.
It's Clancy Brown, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, he was in Bounty Hunter back in like the early 2000s.
Alex loved that game.
And he's been in a lot of he's been in Rebels. He's been in a lot of different Star Wars projects. It was really great.
Savage Opress's voice actor?
Yeah, actually, you're right. He was Savage too. He was in Clone Wars. He was in Rebels. He was in Bounty Hunter. Now he's in The Mandalorian. I really liked seeing Clancy Brown. Like, even though his character was awful, like I liked seeing a Deveronian take main focus. The fact that like he took a flamethrower to the face too, and just like shrugged that off was pretty baller. So.
In my mind, I couldn't help myself. I was like, well, he looks like a devil. Of course he's fireproof. Why not, right?
When he did that to him, I was like, why would you do that? He looks fireproof.
He's the tiefling of this universe, so.
And those stupid purple Twi'leks.
Oh no.
Well, yeah, the two of them. I
thought they looked so bad. Like, especially her, the whole like, I don't know. It wasn't doing it for me.
I feel like usually when you see Twi'lek women, they're prettier than not. Like especially if they're like, well, no, not to be like weird, but the females have much more feminine features and Tonks. I don't, the one from Harry Potter.
Zion or Zeon. I don't want to pronounce these people's names.
Yeah.
All alien shit.
Yeah, stupid old Tonks. Stupid old Tonks. Honestly, well, hear me out. I feel like they made her look more like an animal.
Yeah, but like her face and then
That's what
her
I'm saying.
her like the material or whatever it is they use to do her whatever you call those things, tendrils. I just thought they could have done like a better job, kind of like her skin is one texture and then the tendrils are another texture, and it's so clearly to me bad. And I'm worried about what they're gonna do for Ahsoka now, because like if that looks bad, like don't ruin Ahsoka. Like I'm worried.
Oh, they will put 99% of their budget into Ahsoka's look if Dave Filoni has
I
any
hope
say
so.
in that.
Please,
Probably.
they really should. I thought he looked better than she did because he had those other things to kind of like bring like the look together, I guess.
What, the Twi'lek brother?
Yeah.
He was such a douchebag. I fucking hated him.
I hated them both. And I mean, like, the female Twi'lek, I felt like they were trying to go for, and my fiance was saying this too. She was saying that it's like a Harley Quinn Suicide Squad type of effect. I felt
When
like
she's like playing with a knife on her finger.
yeah, like that they were trying to like tap into that and be like, oh, hey, Suicide Squad's still relevant and whatnot. Like that was what Erica had said when we were rewatching it together.
Good point.
Definitely.
Buy that 100%. And her creepy relationship with her brother.
Oof. I thought the same thing.
Yeah.
So me and Alex kind of looked at each other and I was like, so they definitely got together, right? And he like definitely did not take off that helmet at all.
Oh yeah, man.
It's like, oh, you can see my junk, but you can't see my
Yeah,
face.
I mean, you can do it with the helmet on. I mean, I bet you cosplayers do that all the time.
They probably do. Colin.
What? I'm just saying, I've been to a lot of cons, right, Steve?
Yes.
Steve went as Kylo Ren. He probably left the helmet on.
No comment.
Okay. Changing topics. I really like that the voice actor for Anakin in the Clone Wars had a little like cameo in this as that like guy in the control room, because Anakin in the Clone Wars is like my boyfriend. I love him so much more than Hayden Christensen.
It's messed up. Although he is a great guy.
He's pretty solid, yeah.
And now I feel upset because his name slipped my head. Steve, what's his name?
It's Matt Lanter.
I knew it was Matt something.
So, fun story about Matt Lanter. Apparently, he adopted a dog, and when he got a dog, he named her Ahsoka. So,
That's adorable.
just imagine the dog getting in trouble and him yelling in his Anakin voice, like, Ahsoka, get down from there. Like, right
That's
now.
hilarious.
That's the most adorable story I've heard today.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Ryan, what'd you think of the episode?
It wasn't a strong one for me. I just I didn't like the flow of it.
Yeah.
It went from like Ocean's 11 to Predator when he started hunting them.
There was just like a mix of different things in that episode.
When the lights go all red
Yeah.
and whatnot.
It went from
And
a
he's-
heist movie to a horror movie in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
The music and stuff.
I was gonna say that. It's like they didn't go full all the way with one, one genre. Because especially I liked the more horror part of it, but
Where did he disappear to when he was in that hallway?
Yeah.
He's good.
Coming up behind Bill Murray, like he's in the scene, he's out. He's in, he's out. Where's he
I
going?
like that one.
Very creepy.
If I ever shave my head again, I'm definitely cosplaying as Mayfeld.
Mayfeld. Nice. My favorite guest star in that episode, actually, more than Clancy Brown, more than the cameos at the end of the episode that I'm sure Colin wants to talk about, was Richard Ayoade as Zero, the robot pilot.
Yeah.
A guy Moss from the IT crowd. Solid cameo.
Yeah, we looked up
And
who
the
the
character
actor
was
was.
funny.
Yeah.
I like the little cat and mouse part with Baby Yoda.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Especially, I know I've been a little critical of the asset thus far, but It was absolutely adorable when Mando shot Zero, and then Baby Yoda just looks at his hand. He's like, "Did I do this?" That was a fun little part. I can't help it.
They also got to expand on his hatred of droids by letting him murder those 4 droids.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
kicked the shit out of them. Everyone else is hiding behind corners. Bill Burr's talking fucking shit about how weak the Mandalorians are, and he just went on and just fucked all those droids up.
Yeah.
In
Speaking of Bill
hand-to-hand
Burr,
combat.
I love Bill Burr. I just want to put that out there. I have in a
We love
note.
Bill.
I have in a note on my phone. Bill Burr is dead to me after he dropped Baby Yoda on the ship.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
It was like, Jesus, way to fumble the football, Bill.
I should watch more of Bill Burr stuff, honestly. Like, I've only seen a couple of episodes of, like, F is for Family. Like, is there anything else you guys would recommend? Or, yeah.
It's so funny. And they have another season
His
coming up.
Netflix special I'd watch, and I'd watch F is for Family. His podcast is pretty good, but I haven't listened to him like 2 years since I started working from home.
Mhm.
I listen to it sparingly, but I love his stand-up. It's
Yeah.
very grunt and it's very nice.
There's a few of his specials on Netflix.
Oh, there's like 7 or 8 of them.
Yeah.
I forget the names of them off the top of my head.
Something about a
It's-
tiger.
Yeah, I think the
I think
latest
it's Paper
one-
Tiger,
Yeah.
the latest one that came out is Paper Tiger.
but I could definitely pull that cosplay off.
You could.
Shave the
honestly.
head. I got the
Gotta
stupid
get all the
Boston
little
accent.
robot arms and whatnot
Yeah,
to hold the guns.
Now, Steve, speaking of names,
Alex was
Yeah.
not a fan of it, but the whole like gun thing
I love that gun. Alex, you don't like
reminded
that
me
thing?
of the whole like Johnny Knoxville like
Oh.
head from Men in Black that comes out like just like the gun.
Yeah,
That's
I was like, oh god.
the first thing I thought of. Here, shut up.
It was a good joke to set that up, though, when they were talking about how he's an Imperial, and he's like, I'm not a stormtrooper.
Yeah, that was
Because
funny.
you have all your guns, like, shoot on their own. So that's pretty funny.
Steve, I know
Yes.
you want to talk about those cameos at the end.
Yes, with my namesake, Trapper Wolf, that's Dave Filoni's character, Rick Fumiya, and Deborah Chow, all showing up as cameo X-Wing pilots at the very end.
I specifically wanted Steve because I could not pronounce Rick Fumiya's last name.
I
So
hope I got it right. Hopefully I got it right. But
So I was like, I'll have Steve do it.
thanks for letting me fall on that sword. Appreciate it. No, but it was awesome. It was fun to see the cameo at the end. I recently watched the Mandalorian gallery, like the Disney gallery thing, where Jon Favreau was talking about the cameo and how like completely disinterested Filoni was in doing it, and he was trying to like get out of it. And I guess the X-Wing that they used was the actual X-Wing prop that they put together in Galaxy's Edge. Like they intercepted it mid-travel, like before it could make its way to Galaxy's Edge, and like took it apart so that they could shoot in the interior and everything.
Steve, just let me correct you. The planet is called Batu.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, en route to the planet Batu. Mm-hmm.
As a
Rookie
resident of Batu, you're pretty offended by that, right, Ryan?
Yep.
But I'm glad you watched that gallery recently because I remember that conversation, but I haven't watched it since it like dropped on Disney Plus. So I completely and I meant to watch it after this episode, and I just like fucking slipped my mind because I wanted to watch that part specifically where they talk about that. So I'm glad you did.
Yeah,
That's
no,
somebody's on the ball.
It was pretty recent. I'm trying to be better about doing my homework before each chat. So I guess another fun bit of significance, Dave Filoni really likes wolves. He named his character Trapper Wolf. He's got the Loth Wolves and Rebels. So
Mhm.
nice to see him keeping that trend alive.
I mean, I feel them. Wolves are cool. They are. They're fascinating creatures, but he loves the wolves.
Yes.
So I will give it to him. He does have some of those really cool like T-shirts with just wolves on them that are super 90s and early 2000s, and
This is the ones you would see in like beach towns and those like beach shops.
exactly, you know what I'm talking about.
He needs
All
like
right,
those three wolves howling at the moon shirt.
exactly,
Deal. Yeah.
exactly, and I love those things.
I never got a shirt like that. I usually got one like professional like booty hunter with like a treasure chest on it.
Oh my god.
And I was like in the 6th grade wearing that. But like, yeah, I'm cool. I wasn't cool.
That's all right.
It's okay, we're all cool here.
I like the part when Mando gets back in the ship after everything's said and done, and he looks at Baby Yoda and goes, "I told you that wasn't a good idea." I thought that was cute.
So I kind of wasn't paying attention at the start of the episode. Why did he do that mission for the dude?
Because
Was
he
he-
needed money, I thought.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
did the guy reach out to him, or did he go to him for it?
I don't really know.
Because the guy said he only wanted it for the Razor Crest. So did he reach out to Mando like, listen, I got a job here? And Mando was like, listen, I need a job, and you don't give a shit about like guild rules.
I could see Mando reaching out.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that. I don't think they really addressed that at all. I think it was just kind of like didn't the episode just immediately
I think it just starts with them like, hey, what's up, bro?
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't it immediately just open up with the Razor Crest just going through the
Mm-hmm.
shield? Because
I was firing off some emails at the end of my workday when I was watching that. So I missed like the first 2 minutes because I was looking at my phone. And I was like, I don't actually remember how this mission even starts. Because, yeah, the first thing I remember is them two just talking about it.
well, yeah, because that is pretty much how it starts.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I love the way he just fucking set them up. Where he just, by the way, that was fucking more than 20 minutes it took the fucking X-Wings to get there.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was like Dragon Ball Z time they were working with. The Tournament of Power was 45 minutes, and there was a minute left in the Tournament of Power, and one of the gods of the structures went on like a 5-minute monologue, and it was like there's 47 seconds left in the Tournament of Power.
Oh
Like,
my god.
So yeah, that's what it felt like, because from the time he drops it, and they're like, all right, they'll be here in 20 minutes, which I guess maybe that could have been like a rough estimate, but they like hunt each other throughout that entire ship, and I was like, this did not all happen in under 20 minutes. He did not hunt these people, escape the Razor Crest, get paid, and then fly off in 20 minutes.
You don't know that.
I do know it, because I know how
True.
time works.
No, you don't. Not in space.
In space,
Not
they
in Star
can't tell
Wars.
time. It's Batu.
Yeah,
was it
it's
Bless you.
Batu.
This cushion is
I do like how he set them up to just get fucking obliterated, because they went to double cross him, and then he was like, I fucking double crossed you bitches.
Mm-hmm. He knew it was coming.
But here's the thing. But the thing that kind of I was like, this doesn't make. Why the fuck did the X-wings let him clearly fly from their target through them? Because they know that's where the beacon's coming from, and they just see this ship fly out of there and they just let it fly between them.
Well, that's not where the beacon is, so why should they be concerned? That's not their
Also,
job.
Because
Also-
the ship's coming from where the beacon is, so it's like you wouldn't think
Also-
someone's escaping.
Also, look at that ship. It looks like a junker.
It does.
Yeah,
Which is
It's not going to
perfect
provide
once
them
it's
any
seen.
challenge.
Exactly.
They
yeah.
should have just blown it out of the sky.
Oh, and I was gonna say he did have a good little. Mando isn't that bad of a flyer over there with the Razor Crest, because they come out of hyperspace and he immediately needs to shift and duck down.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I got a text message. That was funny.
All I know is that my favorite thing about the 6th episode is that it got us that much closer to the 7th and the 8th episode, which are the hype.
And we're doing those
endings to
as a
the
double
season.
header, because
Yeah.
the season premieres in 2 weeks, so we only have 1 week to watch both of them. Because that's what we're gonna do next week. We're gonna do 7 and 8, so we may actually have a bit longer video.
I'm excited.
Let me tell
Totally
you,
good with that.
we're gonna have a longer video.
All
Okay.
right, all right.
I'll make
Anyway,
it
you got anything else to say about 6?
No.
As much as I love having comedians in there, they should stick to playing droids.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because I noticed that they had a lot of comedian guest stars this season, like between Bill Burr and Richard Ayoade and Amy Sedaris and gosh, who else? I'm sure there have to have been like others, but
I did read
interesting
the
show.
it was on Mayfeld's character page on Wikipedia where they were talking about how Jon Favreau approached Bill Burr with the role. I guess they were at like a birthday party, and he approaches him and goes, "Look, I have a role for you in Mandalorian." And then Bill Burr is like, my whole career I've just been done nothing but making fun of Star Wars and Star Wars fans. You should probably give it to someone else who's like, more appreciative of it." He goes, "No, that's the point. It'd be so perfect because you hate Star Wars that you're in Star Wars." And then I guess Bill Burr's wife had to talk him into taking the role.
Can we also appreciate that he got to shout out the Gungans and then do an
Yes,
impression?
I love that.
Yes.
Of the Gungans. The favorite Sith Lord, Jar Jar Binks.
Love
Maybe
him.
he's a Gungan under there. Actually, that was great. And then he mocks them. Misa.
I hope there's a Gungan in season 2 that just rips his heart out and eats it.
Yes.
Imagine if they bring the Gungans into season 2.
Listen,
get
me and
dangerous.
Steve doesn't know this yet. Me and Steve are currently casting for a Darth Jar Jar film
Count me in.
that Steve will be writing.
Apparently I am, yeah.
I'm all about the Darth Jar Jar.
We're gonna have an army of Sith Gungans against Sith Mandalorians. I mean, against Gungan Mandalorians.
Oh, God.
Okay.
It's gonna be
bloodshed.
It's gonna be a better war than like the Jedi Mandalorian one. All right, though. Anything else about episode 6?
Nope.
All right, fam. In 1 week, on October 23rd in a week?
Yep.
October 23rd, 8:30 p.m. The season finale doubleheader extravaganza. Chapter 7, The Reckoning, and the season finale, Chapter 8, Redemption. We're going hard. We're going fast. We're getting hyped because in 2 weeks, we got season 2. And we're going to fucking bomb this shit out next week. And not only are we talking season 7 and season 8, I want some thoughts and predictions on season 2 as well. So you got a week to think about what you guys think's going to happen, but more importantly, what you want to happen. Because those are two different things. Because shit I want to happen, I know for a fact won't happen. So what you think's going to happen or what you want to happen?
That's a dangerous question.
All right, everyone. Yeah, I guess like the video, comment, subscribe to the channel, follow on YouTube and Instagram, and join the Discord. I have spoken.